Hello all, it's K-Bar user again. Well, got the computer running, got the camera working, so I had to wait until I got this whole thing set up. Got another entry into the Ontario Knife Company line. Difference is, this is a brand new product. I haven't even seen it in their catalog. So, here we go. Now this is the Ontario SK4 Blackbird. And that is a box that don't want to cooperate. It's the new lineup. Yes, a lot of you might remember the SK5. This is an SK4. Difference is a little bit of a difference in the handle and blade length. Let's take a look at her. So, just right off the bat, this is 154 cm. It's stainless steel, 3/16 of an inch spear point. Handles are G10, and they're riveted into place with the Allen screws. Nice stippling on the handle, gives you a good firm grip. Full tang design, lanyard hole in the back. Now the difference is the SK5, well, it had a little longer handle, had this finger cut out here, and then it kind of swooped down and had a smaller cutout in the back, about here. And it had a 5-inch blade. Same blade design, just that this is a 4-inch instead of a 5-inch. Now for those of you that have the SK5, you'll remember that the blade was just under 5 inches. So I brought the handy dandy tape measure out, and the blade on this one is just under 4 inches, like what is that? 3 13/16. The handle itself is right at 4. If you want to see it, right at 4 to handle. Now, it's a small little knife. It's going to be a great bushcrafting knife for you. It's going to be great for air crews, helicopter crews, and whatnot. Is there a lot I would change with this? No, there isn't. Not for the intended usage. It does have a 90-degree spine. Where's that board? It does have a 90-degree spine that you can... Hell, you can feather stick with it. The blade itself, you can get the nice small curls on the feather stick. It does bite in pretty good to this old oak. Blade itself, full feathered stick. 90-degree spine will scrape your fat wood and whatnot. It's heat treated differently to most Ontario knives. This one's heat treated to a 5860. So, yeah, it's going to take an edge. It's going to hold it fairly well. It will take hair off. You're not going to be able to see it because I got blonde hair or gray hair, depending on where you cut on my arm. Fit and finish, I've used this knife. You've seen it come out of the box, but I have used it now for about a week. Fit and finish on this knife is impeccable. I mean, there is nothing there to rub. It does not create a hot spot, as odd as it seems for having such a square, beefy handle. It does not create any hot spots. This little choil here, you can sharpen that blade right up to the very end. As far as, let's get a piece of this birch off here. As far as other things you can do, I mean, you know, if you had to rough up a piece of birch to do whatever, just to soak it wet, because it had to stop raining there for like forever. But you can rough up a piece of birch with it. Spine is great. I'm absolutely amazed with the spines on these knives. So that's the knife itself. Now what I'm going to do with these knives, I've reviewed a lot of them. Problem is, I reviewed them fresh out of the box, you know, as they came. Now that I've had a chance to use some of them, we're going to go back and we're going to do another review of the knives I've reviewed, now that I've got a chance to work with them. As far as the sheath is concerned, it's a black nylon sheath, typical Ontario knife leather insert, protect the sheath. Your normal Ontario retainment system. And there's really not much to say about it. It does have a couple of, just like the SK5, a couple of loops here. You can attach a small pouch to it or whatever. I'm thinking if I'm going to keep this knife, it's going to become like a hunting knife. Put on my hunting gear, and then I won't have to worry about ever, you know, like last year I went out one day and I actually forgot my knife in the truck. It's right there on my hunting bag. That's it. Back of it has MOLLE attachments. They're very secure attachments. The knife itself, now normally Ontario uses the Sandus game hide sheaths on most of the knives that I've received so far. This is made by a company called FS. And I like this because it's just cute. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a little America flag. It says made in the USA on it. So they are American made knives, which is another thing I like about them. Typical MOLLE attachments in the back. Got 2 loops in the front. They also have a drain hole. So my first impressions of the knife using it was pretty good. I mean, I really enjoyed using this knife, and I'm not a small knife man. I like big knives. But this would make a beautiful piggyback to, say, the Rat, or the Artac, or the Woodsman. This would make a beautiful piggyback to it. And you'd have a chopper, and you'd have something to do your fine tasks with. Let me look here. Okay, so we're going to pick on stump. Come here. Now, as far as the point, you can't get enough leverage on it to get it out of the wood. That's a sharp little point. Not only that, but it's a strong little point. Yeah, I have not bent that tip whatsoever. But the knife itself is not designed to do that. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you know, abuse your knives, you can do that with it. Well, that's better. You get a little more leverage that way. You can see it's really eating into that birch. Put a hole in the stump. So anyway, that's the Ontario Blackbird SK4. With our knife I take in the woods, yeah. Like I said, it'll make a great accompaniment, piggyback to any of my other Ontario, the Artac, or the Rats that I have or whatnot. They make a great piggyback to anything. What I think it's really going to shine as is a bushcraft camping knife, or a you know, a hunting knife. Stainless steel, you wouldn't have to worry about staining it. I know a lot of guys don't like stainless steel in the woods, but if you have a, you know, a carbon knife with you or whatever, and this is a piggyback unit, that's a whole nother matter. Most of us don't go out without ferro rods. 90-degree spine in there, like you've seen it scrape the wood. You know, yeah, you're going to be able to nail a ferro rod with it, no sweat. So there it is, Blackbird SK4, Ontario's new line for this year. And give it a look. I can't say it's better than anything else. I can't say it's worse than anything else. All I can say is it's first impressions, it's a great little knife. No hot spots in the hand yet after digging through the wood and whatnot. So this is K-Bar user. I want to thank you for your time and your patience. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please do. And like I said, we'll see you on the next one. Let's see if I can't give you a close-up of this. All right, and we will see you in the woods.